The story of waffles. In the world of culinary delights, few dishes have captured the hearts and taste buds of people across the globe like the waffle. With its crisp, golden exterior and soft, fluffy interior, the waffle is a breakfast staple, a dessert favorite, and a beloved treat that transcends cultures and generations. But the story of waffles is not just one of sweetness and indulgence, it is a tale of innovation, tradition, and the fascinating evolution of a simple recipe into a culinary icon. To understand the origins of the waffle, we must travel back in time, long before the invention of the electric waffle iron or the introduction of syrup-laden breakfast plates. The history of waffles is intertwined with the development of bread, one of the oldest and most fundamental foods known to humanity. The earliest ancestors of the waffle can be traced back to ancient civilizations, where simple batter-based cakes were cooked over open flames on flat stones or metal griddles. These primitive cakes, made from mixtures of grains and water, were a far cry from the waffles we know today, but they laid the groundwork for the evolution of this beloved dish. In ancient Greece, for example, a similar type of flat cake called lebelios was cooked between two metal plates, creating a crispy, textured surface that hinted at the waffle's future form. The Romans, too, had their version, known as scriblata, which was also cooked on heated plates. As time passed and cooking techniques evolved, these early cakes began to take on more complex forms. By the Middle Ages, the batter had evolved to include ingredients like eggs, milk, and honey, giving it a richer flavor and a more substantial texture. It was during this period that the first true waffles began to appear, cooked in iron molds over an open fire. These early waffles, known as lublies, were thin, crisp wafers often flavored with spices like cinnamon or nutmeg. They were popular in medieval Europe, particularly in France and Belgium, where they were made by street vendors and served as a sweet treat during religious festivals and celebrations. The word waffle itself is believed to have originated from the Old French word waffler, meaning a piece of honeycomb, a reference to the waffle's characteristic grid pattern. The design of the waffle iron played a crucial role in the development of the waffle's iconic texture. Medieval waffle irons were often intricately designed, featuring patterns that ranged from simple grids to elaborate floral or religious motifs. These designs were not just decorative, they also served a practical purpose by creating indentations in the waffle that allowed it to cook evenly and absorb flavors more effectively. As the waffle spread across Europe, different regions began to develop their own variations of the recipe, each reflecting local tastes and culinary traditions. In Belgium, for instance, waffles became thicker and softer, often made with a yeast-based batter that gave them a light, airy texture. These Belgian waffles, known as gaufres, were often served with a dusting of powdered sugar or a drizzle of honey, and they quickly became a beloved national treat. In the Netherlands, waffles took on a different form. Dutch stroopwafels, which originated in the city of Gouda in the 18th century, were made by sandwiching a thin layer of caramel syrup between two thin, crisp waffles. This sweet, chewy treat became a popular snack, and it remains a favorite in the Netherlands to this day. Meanwhile, in the United States, the waffle made its debut in the 17th century, brought over by European settlers. However, it wasn't until the 18th and 19th centuries that waffles truly began to gain popularity in America. The introduction of cast-iron waffle irons, designed to be used on wood-burning stoves, made it easier for home cooks to prepare waffles, and the dish quickly became a staple of American breakfasts. The 19th century also saw the emergence of waffle houses and diners, where waffles were served as a quick, satisfying meal for travelers and workers. These establishments played a key role in popularizing waffles as a breakfast food, and they helped to establish the association between waffles and hearty, comforting meals. One of the most significant developments in the history of waffles came in the early 20th century with the invention of the electric waffle iron. In 1911, General Electric introduced the first electric waffle iron, which revolutionized waffle making by allowing for more consistent cooking temperatures and easier preparation. This innovation made waffles even more accessible to the average household, and it paved the way for the mass production of frozen waffles, which became a popular convenience food in the mid-20th century. The 1960s marked a turning point for waffles in the United States, thanks to the introduction of frozen waffles by the Kellogg Company. These pre-cooked waffles, which could be heated in a toaster, were marketed under the brand name Eggo, and quickly became a household staple. The convenience of frozen waffles, combined with their consistent quality, made them a favorite breakfast option for busy families, and they remain popular to this day. As waffles continued to evolve, so too did the ways in which they were enjoyed. The classic combination of waffles and syrup became a breakfast staple, but waffles also found their way into other meals and cuisines. In the American South, for example, the pairing of waffles with fried chicken became a beloved comfort food, blending sweet and savory flavors in a dish that is now iconic in its own right. Around the world, waffles have been embraced in various forms, each with its own unique twist. In Hong Kong, egg waffles, or gai dan jie, are a popular street food, made from a sweet batter that is cooked in a special iron to create a waffle with a bubbly texture. In Scandinavia, waffle are often served with jam and whipped cream as a dessert or special treat. Today, waffles are more popular than ever, with countless variations and toppings that cater to every taste and occasion. From savory waffles topped with smoked salmon or avocado to decadent dessert waffles piled high with ice cream and chocolate sauce, the possibilities are endless. But despite all the innovations and variations, the essence of the waffle remains the same, a simple, satisfying dish that brings comfort and joy to those who enjoy it. Whether served at a bustling diner, a street market, or in the comfort of one's home, waffles continue to hold a special place in our hearts and on our plates. The story of waffles is, in many ways, a story of culinary evolution, of how a basic recipe can be transformed over centuries, shaped by culture, technology, and the ever-changing tastes of those who make and enjoy it. From ancient griddles to modern waffle irons, from medieval street vendors to frozen food aisles, waffles have journeyed through time and across continents, adapting and evolving with each step. And so, the next time you sit down to enjoy a waffle, whether it's topped with syrup, berries, or something entirely unexpected, take a moment to appreciate the rich history and tradition that have made this dish a beloved classic. For in every bite of a waffle, you are tasting a piece of culinary history, one that has been shaped by generations of cooks, bakers, and food lovers, and one that will continue to evolve for generations to come.